Are you ready?
Hello wrestling fans and welcome back. Today we're taking a look at one of the greatest creative minds in wrestling history, Bray Wyatt, a man that left us way too soon last year and had a lot of unfinished business in the industry, but with so much talent, he was able to influence the future of professional wrestling with the tools and legacy that he left behind, and wrestling fans can count themselves lucky that they even had the opportunity of witnessing his greatness. Wyndham Lawrence Rotunda, known to the wrestling world as Bray Wyatt, was born on May the 23rd, 1987 in Brooksville, Florida, and he was born into a family that was deeply entrenched in professional wrestling, making it almost inevitable that he would follow the same path at some stage. His grandfather, Blackjack Mulligan, was a legendary figure in the industry, known for his imposing presence and memorable feuds during the 1970s and 1980s. And his father, Mike Rotunda, achieved fame in WWE as Irwin R. Shyster, or IRS, a character known for his tax collector gimmick. And Bray's uncles Barry and Kendall Wyndham were also prominent wrestlers, with Barry being particularly renowned for his technical ability and charismatic in-ring performances. And growing up in such an environment, Bray Wyatt was surrounded by the lore and culture of professional wrestling from a very young age. He and his younger brother, Taylor, who would later become known as Bo Dallas, were immersed in the world of wrestling, attending shows and learning the trade from their father and grandfather. And this upbringing provided Bray with a solid foundation in wrestling techniques, psychology, and the business aspects of the industry. But to be fair, you can teach anyone a certain amount, but the real God-given talent needs to be there, and he had it in abundance. And Bray attended Hernando High School in Brooksville, where he was a standout athlete. He did well in both football and wrestling, winning a state wrestling championship at the 275-pound class in 2005, and his success on the mat showcased the natural athletic abilities he had inherited, not to mention the competitive spirit. And after high school, he received a football scholarship to Troy University, where he continued to play as a defensive tackle. However, despite his potential in football, Bray felt the massive pull of professional wrestling, which resulted in him leaving college before completing his degree to pursue a career in the family business. And Bray Wyatt's professional wrestling career began in 2009 when he signed a developmental contract with World Wrestling Entertainment, and he was assigned to Florida Championship Wrestling. Initially, he wrestled under the name Alex Rotundo and later Duke Rotundo, often teaming with his brother Bo Rotundo. However, these early personas failed to make a significant impact. There wasn't enough substance to them. But seeking to reinvent himself, Wyndham Rotunda took on the name Husky Harris, a name that combined his robust physique with his agility in the ring. And as Husky Harris, he joined WWE's NXT in 2010, and his mentor was none other than Cody Rhodes, son of the legendary Dusty Rhodes, who had been there and done it himself, coming through as a next generation talent. And Harris's rugged blue-collar persona and hard-hitting style earned him a spot in the group known as the Nexus, a faction of rebellious rookies aiming to take over the WWE. However, despite the initial buzz, Harris struggled to stand out among the larger-than-life characters in WWE, and looking back now, this was a blessing to the industry for what was about to come. He was sent back to development, where the real turning point came in his career, and it was here that he started developing the character that would make him a pure superstar. The transformation from Husky Harris to Bray Wyatt was astonishing. The character was inspired by various pop culture figures, including Robert De Niro's portrayal of Max Cady in Cape Fear and real-life cult leader Charles Manson. And this new persona was deeply rooted in Southern Gothic horror and the idea of a charismatic cult leader. It was a significant departure from his previous personas, and at the time, The WWE fans had no idea. They didn't realize they were witnessing something very special in the making. To introduce his new character, WWE created a series of eerie vignettes that began airing in early 2013. And these vignettes were shot in a swampy, rural setting and featured Bray Wyatt delivering cryptic, philosophical monologues. And he spoke about his family and his twisted worldview, presenting himself as a backwoods preacher with a sinister edge. And the vignettes also introduced Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, Wyatt's loyal followers, who appeared as menacing and brainwashed devotees. And the production quality of these vignettes was incredible, with a cinematic feel that set them apart from other WWE programming, possibly some of WWE's finest production work. And Wyatt's unsettling charisma and the haunting imagery of the swamp and dilapidated shacks created a sense of anticipation and intrigue among WWE fans. And the vignettes were really doing their job, with interest at an all-time high, and the anticipation was boiling over for the arrival of the faction. And let's have a listen to one such promo.
Hey, you want to see something really scary? We live in a world where society has poisoned the souls of men. It hovers over them like a dark cloud, and they can't do anything about it, because they're just a regular, everyday working class. People like me. They get down on their hands and knees, and they whisper these little lies and secrets into their ears. But I have a secret of my own. Catching flies in his mouth. And what are you gonna do when they decide it's time?
We are the ones.
When they start to walk upright.
The ones you've been told about. And we are walking upright.
What are you gonna do? Well, I know what you're gonna do. Run. You're gonna tell them we're coming. Run.
Send us someone. Just don't send anyone you want back.
Witness the new face of fear.
And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Incredible stuff. And Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family finally made their main roster debut on July the 8th, 2013 on WWE Raw. And the debut was very carefully orchestrated to maximize the impact, and it was a masterclass in atmosphere creation. The Wyatt family's entrance was a spectacle in itself, accompanied by the eerie song Live in Fear by Mark Crozer, where the lights would go out and the arena was illuminated by the glow of Wyatt's lantern as he led Harper and Rowan to the ring. And their first appearance saw them attack none other than Kane, the Big Red Machine, one of WWE's most established stars, immediately positioning the Wyatt family as a formidable threat. And the chilling beatdown ended with Bray Wyatt delivering his Sister Abigail finisher, followed by a haunting promo that left fans and wrestlers alike unsettled and intrigued. It was the finest of carnage on display. And the reaction from the WWE universe was overwhelmingly positive. Fans were bowled over by the fresh and unique presentation of Bray Wyatt and his family. The character's depth and the storyline's dark horror movie-like elements were a stark contrast to the more traditional wrestling personas in WWE at the time, considering WWE was now PG programming also. And Wyatt's promos, which often included cryptic messages and philosophical musings, were praised for their creativity and the actor's commitment to the role. And on social media and wrestling forums, fans discussed the nuances of Wyatt's character and speculated about the direction of his storyline. And the Wyatt family quickly developed a real cult following, with fans appreciating the blend of psychological horror and professional wrestling. And the character's catchphrase, "Follow the Buzzards," became a popular chant at WWE events, further cementing Wyatt's impact. And this was because, of course, Bray saying, if anyone is looking to find or follow Wyatt, all one must do is follow the Buzzards. circling the bodies he leaves in his wake. It was phenomenal stuff to be watching at the time and really played into the general public's love for psychological terror. Now, within the wrestling industry, Bray Wyatt was acknowledged as a breath of fresh air. Fellow wrestlers praised Rotunda for his commitment to the character and his ability to reinvent himself so dramatically from his previous persona, Husky Harris. And WWE legends like Mick Foley and Chris Jericho publicly expressed their admiration for Wyatt's character work and promo skills. And Mick Foley in particular was vocal about his appreciation for the Bray Wyatt character, noting how it brought a new level of psychological depth to WWE storytelling. And Foley, known for his own contributions to the darker side of wrestling personas with the likes of Mankind, saw Wyatt as a worthy successor in creating compelling, character-driven narratives. And following their debut, the Wyatt family engaged in high-profile feuds that solidified their status as a major force in WWE. And their rivalry with Kane led to an Inferno match at SummerSlam 2013, which showcased the group's love for theatrical and brutal storytelling. And Wyatt's feud with Daniel Bryan further highlighted his ability to tell complex, layered stories. And the storyline culminated in a memorable match at the 2014 Royal Rumble, where Bryan's victory helped elevate both performers. And one of Wyatt's most significant feuds was with John Cena in 2014. And the storyline revolved around Wyatt trying to expose the darker side of Cena's heroic persona. And their matches, particularly the one at WrestleMania 30, was notable for their psychological intensity and storytelling. And although Wyatt lost the match, his performance was widely praised, and the feud helped establish him as a main event level talent. He was always giving off the vibe of being able to get inside the heads of his opponents and really rattle them and terrify them. And in 2019, Bray Wyatt underwent yet another significant transformation, introducing the Fiend. And this new persona was a split character, with Wyatt presenting himself as a friendly, Mr. Rogers-like children's show host in Firefly Funhouse segments, and this contrasted the nightmarish, demonic Fiend who wreaked havoc in the ring. And the Fiend's debut at SummerSlam 2019 against Finn Balor was met with widespread acclaim, with fans and critics praising the character's creativity and the fresh direction for Wyatt. And the Fiend became one of WWE's most interesting characters, engaging in high-profile feuds with the likes of Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan, and Braun Strowman. And the character's supernatural elements and chilling presence brought a horror movie-like atmosphere to WWE, making the Fiend segments must-see TV. And let's have a listen to a Firefly Funhouse segment with a very special guest.
We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that'll never ever end.
Hello, and welcome to the Firefly Funhouse. This is my special place. Yowie wowie, we're gonna have so much fun here. And I cannot wait to show you all what I've learned. SOCIOPATH. Sociopath. Oh, and I want to introduce you to some very special friends that I've met along the way. Hey, just keep it down when I'm trying to get my beauty rest. Go to sleep, you old
Fantastic
hag.
stuff.
And I want you all to join us here, where the fun never has to end. People worship what they fear. Fear is power.
So what do you say? Do you want to see my secret? Let me in.
Unbelievable. He really was. And this now leads us to the Wyatt Six. and the inspiration behind this group. So the seeds of the Wyatt Six appear to have been sown long before the Fiend's emergence. And throughout his career, Wyatt dropped numerous cryptic hints and teasers in his promos and social media posts. And the number 6 became a recurring motif, leading to speculation that it held a much deeper meaning. And fans noticed that Wyatt often used the number in contexts that suggested a broader, more sinister storyline at play. And one notable instance was a tweet from Wyatt in 2020 where he posted a picture with the caption, "6 heads, my 6 truths." And this fueled rumours about the potential of a faction or a storyline involving 6 distinct personas or characters influenced by Wyatt. And with the introduction of The Fiend, Wyatt showcased his ability to create and control multiple personas. And the Firefly Funhouse segments featured Bray Wyatt as a friendly children's show host who was distinctly different from the terrifying Fiend alter ego. And the duality of these characters demonstrated Wyatt's range and hinted at the possibility of more personas or characters within his overarching narrative. And while the Wyatt Six was never explicitly defined on WWE TV at the time, fans and analysts speculated about potential members and inspirations behind this concept. And the following characters and wrestlers were often associated with the Wyatt Six, which was Bray Wyatt, the cult leader, the original persona who led the Wyatt family and characterized by his cryptic promos and eerie presence. The Fiend, the dark demonic alter ego that emerged in 2019, representing the embodiment of Wyatt's inner darkness. The Firefly Funhouse Bray, the cheerful yet unsettling children's show host, offering a stark contrast to the Fiend. Sister Abigail, a mythical figure often referenced by Wyatt, representing a spiritual and possibly familial influence over him. Huskus, the pig boy, one of the puppet characters from the Firefly Funhouse, potentially symbolising Wyatt's past as Husky Harris. And Mercy the Buzzard, another puppet character, possibly representing Wyatt's darker instincts and the buzzards he often referred to. And these characters, whether directly or indirectly, could be seen as parts of Wyatt's fractured psyche or as metaphors for different aspects of his personality and career. And Bray Wyatt's ability to weave complex narratives and develop multi-layered characters has had a profound impact on WWE storytelling. And he is one of the most enigmatic minds in the history of pro wrestling. And this is born out of his combination of deep character work, psychological storytelling, innovative personas, and commitment to long-term storytelling. And there were many Easter eggs in his segments and promos throughout the years, rewarding keen-eyed fans and viewers, bringing us back now to the Wyatt Six concept. Though never fully realised on screen back then, it demonstrates Wyatt's desire to push the boundaries of wrestling personas. And the speculation and theories surrounding the Wyatt Six kept fans deeply engaged and invested in Bray Wyatt's storylines. And the nature of his characters and the potential for hidden meanings fostered a sense of community among fans who enjoy dissecting and interpreting the clues he left behind. Now, of course, the Wyatt Six has now been revealed and is led by Uncle Howdy, who is Bo Dallas, with Eric Rowan as Ramblin' Rabbit, Dexter Loomis as Mercy the Buzzard, Nikki Cross as Abby the Witch or Sister Abigail, and Joe Gacy as Huskus the Pig Boy. And you could of course say Bray is the 6th member of the Wyatt Six, and it's going to be interesting to see what develops over time with the group, as they've recently made their in-ring debut following months of cryptic clues and chaos, targeting Chad Gable and his colleagues. And Bo Dallas has been given the task of leading the group now, and so far it has been an early success, and I think it will give Bo a chance to shine and show what he can really do. And if he has a fraction of the creative talent his brother had, then it should do very, very well. And Bray Wyatt is a star that will be talked about for years to come. He will be a future Hall of Famer without any doubt. And he brought a level of character depth and psychological horror that was quite rare in the industry, pushing the boundaries of what a wrestling character could be. And Wyatt's promos, rich with literary and philosophical references, showcased his creativity and ability to weave intricate narratives. And his characters, both Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, demonstrated his versatility and commitment to evolving his persona. And Wyatt's influence extends beyond his in-ring performances. He inspired many other wrestlers to explore more complex and theatrical characters, and his work proved that wrestling could transcend traditional sports entertainment, blending elements of theatre, horror and storytelling. And despite his untimely passing in August 2023, Bray Wyatt's legacy lives on. He is still celebrated by fans across the globe in a near cult-like manner, which is quite amazing. And the outpouring from his peers when he passed away speaks volumes about the kind of person he was, inside and outside the ring. He had a lot of good friends in the industry, and he proved that professional wrestling could be both a canvas for compelling storytelling and a platform for larger-than-life characters. Bray Wyatt will be remembered not just as a wrestler, but as a master storyteller who forever changed professional wrestling. And thanks once again, guys, for joining me again today. I really appreciate the support. And if you enjoy this content in any way, then make sure to subscribe, like, follow, and share. And until next time, take care and keep grappling with greatness.